Did Dan Brown inspire the lore of the QAnon movement? Directed by Ron Howard and starring Tom Hanks, this is the movie for anyone that loved Last Crusade but wished that Indiana Jones had just stayed in academia. Basically a what-if scenario of if QAnon wrote a Law & Order episode, Hannibal for the History Channel generation. Illuminati. And right out the gate, let me get the Italian and the historical inaccuracies. I don't care about them. This is a fictional story, and if that lack of realism keeps you from paying attention to this movie about a dark matter bomb, I'm sorry, you're sniffing in the wrong places. Maybe this is a hot take, but if you want a super historically accurate thing, watch a documentary, not a Dan Brown film. It's day 53 of 365. Today's movie, Angels and Demons. The goal of this film is to combine religious, historical, and conspiracy theory themes on a fantasy sci-fi backdrop, steeping all of this in both science, dark matter, and religious, the origins of man. That kind of tightrope walk is meant to be entertaining, not super accurate. Langdon isn't your professor, he is a professor. With that in mind, let me talk about my 3 favorite things in the film. In no particular order, here are 3 of my favorite things from this movie. Thing number 1, the scene of the glass cracking, an act of God or proof that he exists. I love the addition of this scene because not only is it super thrilling, but it adds to the layers of the movie in that it's questioning whether or not God is even real. If God isn't real, is it just coincidence that he was able to escape the vacuum chamber? If he is real, did he act on his behalf to allow the rest of the movie to happen? Is God an actual character in this movie? These are the questions that I have. The counterpoint to that scene, or proof that we may not even need God, happens later when Langdon is trying to save one of the cardinals from drowning, and he calls out for help, almost drowning himself, only to be saved by people. Do we even need God in a world where human beings are willing to help each other? That's a great question for this movie to pose as it's struggling between its religious and scientific themes. It's presenting us with all the options. And finally, my last favorite scene is Ewan McGregor's speech to the conclave. First of all, what a great talent to have on screen delivering really, really powerful messaging. Whether or not you fuck with any of the themes in this movie, you better fuck with Ewan McGregor. He has the high ground. And he had the high ground in that conversation. I love a scene that takes the middle ground to say maybe both. Maybe science is cutting towards the same thing that religion is. And even the Marvel movies fuck around with that by Thor, one of the gods of the world, saying that science and magic are essentially the same if you fast forward far enough. That's fun. That's cool. That really works for me. A movie that has a pendulum swing as heavy as this one, it didn't forget to give a more central take. And that's not centrist as in political centrism, which is fucking cowardice. I'm talking about centrism in the ideas of how we operate in the world. And yes, I will call attention to the very QAnon-sounding stuff in this movie. I found all of that to be very hilarious, being a full decade before that movement hits the internet in a strong political sense, to see that this is a movie, a fictional movie, playing around with those fictional ideas in a way that really effectively communicates them as something larger than us instead of the QAnon way, which is to make the individual seem larger than they actually are. To be clear, if I believe centrism to be cowardice in politics, I believe QAnon to be actual brain rot. There's nothing smart happening there. They want you to feel like it's smart. That's cool with me in a movie. In the context of a film, I'm totally okay with that being a thing. In the context of a real political movement, that's not doing your research. That's telling Google what you think and letting it regurgitate it back to you. Also known as an echo chamber. Our next film is Terminator Salvation, and yes, even I can see the hilarious irony that comes out of pairing Angels and Demons with the only Terminator movie with a Jesus reference in the name. Robot Jesus died for our original sins after the dark matter bombs dropped. I don't really have a good joke for this one. But in the meantime, I'll see you tomorrow.